Hey everybody, Dirili here. Welcome back to the Charming Empire. On Toki Tanba's route, we've been kidnapped and we are about to get released. Tanba is planning on attacking the palace and dealing with my brother, and we're going to have to try to stop him from doing anything violent. Let's see what I can do. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I breathed a sigh of relief in Tanba's arms. I didn't imagine I would be so calm just a few minutes ago. But my relief only lasts so long. I suddenly pull myself up, remembering something important. Where are the rebels right now? Tanba gives me a disappointed pout.
Them? I told them to wait close by.
Oh, good.
Don't look so relieved. I don't know what you were imagining, but I'm not exactly planning to start a war.
Oh, really?
Really. We were just targeting the government. The palace guards are citizens like us, so I don't want to fight them.
That's good.
The reason I needed you in the first place was to help keep the fighting down.
My relief only lasts a minute before Tanba gives me a suggestive look.
A suggestive look, huh?
But I can't betray my brother. I admire Tanba's will to risk his life for the people, but I'm sure my brother cares about the town in his own way. He wouldn't even give a little bit of relief to them. With that in my mind, there's no way I can help kick my brother off his throne.
Well, I'm not going to force you, but hear me out.
I have no idea about all the poverty Tanba tells me about. His customers are usually rebels or people with relatively comfortable lives. But the town's alleys are filled with people who can't find work or who've run short on their luck.
That's why we need to change the government. The gap between the rich and the poor is way too big.
The town is worse off than I thought. I wonder if my brother knows about this and still refuses to help. He's changed so much since we were kids. Tanba's story is convincing. But I still can't forget all those times I've seen Soshi work late into the night. He might not be doing things right, but he has good intentions.
Please, we need you to help keep the violence down.
When I hesitate to make a decision, Tanba desperately bows his head. What should I do? Unable to think straight, all I can do is stare at Tanba's bowed head.
Sorry, I said I wouldn't force you, but I'm doing just that.
Tanba raises his head with a weak smile.
Okay, I'm going in. I'll try not to hurt anyone.
He turns his back on me again and walks away. What a good guy. He's been fighting for the people all this time. And he keeps going. I clench my fist in frustration at my failure to make decisions. I don't want to betray my brother, but at this rate... I finally stand firm and raise my head. I have to do this to make this a happy country to live in. Tanba, wait for me. I call after Tanba as he walks away. I'm coming with you.
Hey, are you sure about this?
Now near the palace, Tanba asks me this 100 times. I already told you I'm sure, and I'm not backing down.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. I just don't want you doing anything you'll regret. I don't know what to do when you start crying.
Oh, I was just feeling a lot of things at once. Forget you ever saw that. Yeah, right. You never saw me crying. Never happened.
No, I don't want to make you cry ever again, so I won't forget.
Tanba's sincere smile makes me speechless.
Hey, there they are.
Tanba leads me to a big group of men. I didn't know there were so many of them. They're still outnumbered by the guards, but I don't know if we can sneak this many guys into the palace. It'll work out. Tanba's with me after all. I try to think positive to calm myself down. Meanwhile, some of the men run up to us.
You're late, Tanba.
I thought you weren't coming.
Hey, come on, that'd never happen. I don't know. You always get googly-eyed when you two are together, so I never know what to expect.
The first man smirks at the other man. Yeah, I thought you might have run off together.
What? We wouldn't do that. We're joking.
Tanba smiles at the center of a cheerful talk with his men. Everyone relies on Tanba so much. I recognize a familiar face in the crowd. It's one of the cafe's regulars. Oh? Hey Tanba, are a lot of your customers part of the rebels?
Didn't I tell you? We have meetings sometimes after the cafe closes.
Oh, I didn't know. The regular waves at me and I bow back. Everyone's so nice. I thought the rebels were bad, but I guess you can't judge a book by its cover.
Okay, I think it's time. Let's go.
The men raise their fists with a cheer. It's like we're on our way to a festival, except I'm with a group of rebels on their way to start a revolution. I suddenly start to feel anxious. But the rebels are trying to improve their way of life, so this is exciting for them. I follow behind the group, wondering if there was something I could have done before it had to come to this. When the sun sets and darkness falls, we're surrounded by an eerie silence. I don't know if this is exactly right, but here. I hand Tanba a map of the palace drawn from memory. The other rebels are checking out the guard station.
Okay, thanks.
Tanba has his head in the clouds as he takes the map. Tanba, what's wrong? He heaves an exaggerated sigh and runs his hands through his hair.
I know you'll think I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm starting to regret getting you involved. I thought changing the country was top priority, but there are more important things I should have been thinking about.
Like love and marriage? Like what?
I mean...
Yeah, see? That blush is telling! Tanba takes my hand in his.
I like you.
Me? After a few seconds, Tanba realizes what he's doing and lets go of my hand. No, don't let go!
Wow, what am I saying?
Exactly what I want to hear.
I mean, once we overthrow your brother, you might get attacked too.
You're right. Am I just gonna pretend I didn't hear that? I hadn't thought of that, but it makes sense. I'm guilty for sitting back and doing nothing.
But I'll protect you. Now and forever.
Now and forever?
That doesn't mean I'll stalk you or anything.
It would be okay if you did.
I'll just make sure you can live a quiet life.
Oh, okay. So that's all he means. I feel guilty for thinking that Tanba wants to be together like I do. Yeah, we're just going to ignore the whole I like you thing. Never mind that confession, it never happened. I look away so he doesn't see me blush. Tanba falls silent and there's an awkward pause. Just then, we hear a group of footsteps coming toward us.
No changes in the patrol, Tanba. I guess we're not even on their radar. Well, that's better for us.
Tanba suddenly back to his usual self. Thank goodness the group came back. It was just starting to get awkward.
Okay, let's head in.
This time, instead of going back to my room, I'm joining the rebels to invade the palace. Thanks to the rebels' survey of the area, we're able to sneak past the guards and head into the hidden pathway safely. A few men with lights lead the way.
It's crazy that guards don't patrol hidden paths like this one.
A nearby man speaks up.
They probably don't even know about them.
That makes sense. Amazaki probably keeps them a secret so he can just escape on his own and...
Hey, that's enough. Don't forget who's here.
Tanba puts a hand on my shoulder, and the men exchange looks. That's okay, I know all about my brother. And his douchiness. Oh, sorry. The two men cower to the back of the group. No need to be that scared, come on.
Sorry for their bad mouths.
It's okay, don't worry about me. All the praise I hear about my brother in the palace might just be empty words. Sycophants. Or maybe they're just the opinions of the rich, and I'm sure the people who work for him admire him. At least I hope they do.
Do the guards really not know about these pathways? That's bad for security.
Yeah, it really is. I'm not sure. No one ever told me about them.
Huh? Then how did you find them?
By accident. I think back to the day I found a hidden pathway. One day I was walking down the hall, ran into a room to hide, and it happened to be a secret passage.
Wow, that's lucky. Didn't you ask anyone about it?
No, I didn't want anyone to know I found it.
That makes sense. Hey, I bet you thought it was the perfect way to escape the palace.
Yes, I did. And it still is. Yeah, you're right. My stifling daily life probably made me think that way. Sorry. Tanba's not from the palace, but I still feel guilty. My secret's been found out.
What are you sorry for? I don't care how you got out as long as you came to visit me. But you're more reckless than you look. Princesses don't usually come into town all by themselves.
Does that make me reckless? I glance anxiously at Tanba, worried I made a bad impression. It doesn't matter which one I choose. I'm just gonna say, do you like quieter girls? Do you like quieter girls, Tanba?
Huh? I don't especially like quieter girls better. I just like girls that I like.
Tanba struggles to explain himself. Sorry, this isn't the time to bring that up.
Tanba, stop flirting at a time like this.
One of Tanba's regulars whispered from behind.
Whoa, you scared me.
You're not taking this seriously. Save the lovey-dovey stuff for when we finish.
Lovey-dovey? What are you talking about? You're being weird too.
Tanba yells at the man before turning back to me.
He's just joking, so don't let it get to you.
Tanba practically yells in my face. Don't ever react. The regulars always joke around. He doesn't have to remind me it's not true. It feels like my happiness is shoved to the ground. Oh dear. What is with the low self-esteem? Suddenly, the men in front of me come to a stop.
Tanba, which way is it to get to the palace safe? I don't know. I just wandered around the last time, so I don't remember.
Since I live here, I can't say I'm lost if I get caught wandering the halls, but... Tanba would have been arrested on the spot. How did he just wander around? Tanba says I'm reckless, but he's pretty reckless himself.
Hey, pull yourself together.
As Tanba racks his memory, I step up to the man to explain. You can get to the palace safely through that hallway there. I point the way.
Oh yeah, you use these pathways all the time. I should just ask you.
Leave it to me. By the way, the left passage leads to my room. I stop. I didn't label my room on the map I gave to Tanba. My confidence wavers now that we're really in the palace. But I decided to trust Tanba. This is my room, and... I point to my room on the map and glide my finger to my brother's room. This is my Soshi Yamazaki's room. I can't turn back now. I raise my head high to get rid of any lingering doubts and step forward to lead the way. And that's it for chapter 13. Only 2 more chapters left that I can read, and I really wish I could read the endings, but I can't. But definitely be interested, because, we get quite a bit before the endings, and then the endings are kind of like, you can kind of guess what happens with them. Although, I will say that in this game, the normal endings are not very happy. Sarah's was okay, but not happy. It was unsatisfactory, and Soshi's was just downright angering. So yeah, you get the idea of what's going to happen with these things. Well, anyway, that's it for today. Hope to see you in that next video, or perhaps some of my other ones. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.